I made over $150,000 last year. I turned 24 in October, so I was 23, 24, and I crossed that six-figure mark. January, February, March, April, and May, I made over $10,000 those months. I did not do this doing no weird course selling or no weird Ponzi scheme stuff. It was working a W-2 job. About $120,000 from that was from an insurance job, and then about $30,000 was from starting my own insurance agency. I share this because I made that much money at a young age in a state where the median income is closer to about $60,000, and I still didn't feel like I succeeded. I share this because you might be someone that is doing great in the area or in the field of career that you're in, or you just might be above your peers in certain areas, excelling, and you might still feel like you've not done enough. And I just want to let you know that I think that feeling is normal. Alex Hormozi says to be exceptional means you are the exception. So beginning to understand that while it might not feel all that great all the time, that could be a sign that you are on the right path and that you are doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. I learned a couple of things last year. One of the most important things that I learned is that constant is the only change. This is a reminder that I remind myself of pretty much every single day. And it's a saying that I've lived by for a while. Whether you're going through a hard time or a lonely season, or maybe it's the opposite and you're feeling like you're on top of the world, you're feeling great, things are going well for you, enjoy it, embrace it, whatever moment you're in. But at the end of the day, just remember that constant is the only thing that's guaranteed in life. I don't think we're meant to be in a constant state of happiness, nor are we meant to be in a constant state of sadness or depression or loneliness. So just embrace all of it. And I think that's one thing that I learned is, I was making money, and I share this because I don't share this with a lot of people that I'm close with. Not because I don't trust them or not because I don't want to talk about it, but it's one of those things that I think is a little bit taboo. So I think if I can go on here and get my message across to just a couple of people that hear me, one, hopefully it's inspirational, because like I said, I didn't do this selling no courses. I didn't do this working some side hustle online. I did this in the financial service space, doing sales, and then eventually going out on my own and having my own shop, my own agency. And whatever field that you're in, I want you to know it's possible. One thing that I learned when it comes to finances, when it comes to money, is that you got to have a main hustle before you have a side hustle. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, a lot of videos on Instagram that talk about side hustles or ways to make passive income. You got to have active income in the first place before you can have passive income. And sometimes that active income is, working 2 jobs, working 3 jobs, working a lot and just busting your, and I think that's okay. I think in the first few years, that's part of the grind. That's part of the hustle. And what's the alternative? Not doing that and just settling for working 40 hours and making mediocre income. That's okay if that's what you want to do. But if you have bigger dreams, if you have bigger hopes, bigger aspirations, then you have to understand that in the beginning, it's not luck. It is a lot of hard work. And it's not until you've put in enough hard work, a lot of work in, a lot of activity, a lot of volume, that seemingly things start to seem like they're a coincidence or like you're getting lucky. But there's a lot of things that have to fall in place for something to look like it was happenstance or it just happened. I will say I got lucky in a lot of different ways. I got lucky by ending up in an insurance office that was already top performing. I call this luck because being in this environment pushed me. It pushed me to want more. It pushed me to be able to see more. It also put me in an environment where I have the volume to be able to capitalize on it, meaning I have leads coming in because this agency wanted to grow. And I got lucky because of that momentum that I had from being in this office. I was able to say, hey, you know what? Now I want to go out on my own and do it for myself. But what came before that was years and years of working jobs that I did not like. Working for managers that I just knew one day if I had a position to lead somebody that I wouldn't want to be a type of manager like they were. And so there's luck involved, and I think it's okay to realize that there's luck involved in whatever situation you're in, but also understand that it does take a lot of hard work at the beginning. You have to give yourself enough volume. You have to be in enough situations to let luck play out. I think 2026 will be a big year. I hope it's a big year for you. I hope you set ambitious goals. Don't be afraid to set a goal that scares you. If your goal doesn't scare you, I would argue that's not a goal and that's just a standard. Your goal should scare you a little bit. It should push you a little bit. And if it does, then it's going to cause you to get creative. It's going to get you to realize, oh shoot, I can't be doing the same thing expecting different results. So I hope this year goes well for you. And I hope you got something out of this video. And at the very least, just recognize that it only seems like luck when you look back on it. But in the moment, it's hard work. In the moment, it's doing things that you don't really want to do and still doing them anyways.